Thursday 24th of March 2016, I was driving one of the little buses from Mousehole to Penzance and filled the bus up at the stop at Newlyn Bridge. It was a pleasant day, but people got on with things on their mind like any other day. As I set off to leave, I noticed that JELBERT'S ice cream shop had opened for business. It closes for the winter months, and already there was a queue forming outside. "Yay, JELBERT'S is open," I shouted, and the passengers, with the exception of a few tourists who wondered what was going on, all forgot what they were thinking about and cheered along with me. That was it, the end of winter. This is a poem about ice cream and choice. Incidentally, if you put the letter C bang in the middle of the word choice, what do you get? They don't sell them at JELBERT'S, the subject of this poem. This is called the brain freeze of choice, JELBERT'S ice cream. The sigh of relief at winter's end is a given in temperate climes, as we keenly count the harbingers, ones that signify sunnier times, and the confirmation that winter's done is a story the flowers foretell, but long before the May horns are blown, there's one marker we all know so well. No cuckoo this with its trademark song, no rhododendrons peerless display, no bluebell swathe or gambolling lambs. It's not a pastoral scene per se. If nightingales sang in Regent Square, my heart couldn't feel any gladder. JELBERT'S ice cream shop is open, but it's harder to spot than an adder. The shop itself does its best to hide, pays no homage to bygone summers or decks itself out in pansy stripes. It sort of resembles a plumber's. So if tourists can't find it, well, tough. Less for them means it leaves us with more. The only thing we can't disguise is a queue coming out of the door. And what of the product itself then? Essentially vanilla ice cream, which seems to be doing quite nicely without need of a marketing team. Ad men from Madison Avenue would dive frothing from their glassy towers, perplexed by JELBERT'S achievements without need of their well-paid man-hours. No expense is spent on the signage, low overheads reflecting the price. A steady hand with a marker on recycled cardboard will suffice. No adverts, no websites, no Facebook, a nod as good as a wink, nudge, nudge. Everything left to the word of mouth, and the mouth is the ultimate judge. No other choice than how much you want. It's the only decision to make. Yes, you can have the odd extra, like a dollop of cream or a flake. It's a lesson in understatement, constant as the firmament twinkles. The burden of choice removed for all. They don't even offer you sprinkles. Let me take you to another place where every flavour is at hand. You've got the freedom of choice you're craving, but indecisiveness takes command. Your mind does its best to decide from the multiple flavours of ices. The upshot is that you find yourself in a state of choice paralysis. Your Buridan's hungry donkey placed equally between two bales of grass. Starved because you can't make up your mind. How could a donkey be such an ass? Maybe that Henry Ford knew something when he produced those first Model Ts. Any colour, just as long as it's black. The world's not ready for novelties. So when at last you've made up your mind and plumped for the chocolate brownie, the doubt creeping about mint chocolate chip or the orange and mascarpone, then you get a lick off someone else and wish that was the one you'd chosen. So conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Let it go, like Elsa in Frozen. Your pistachio green with envy as you ogle someone's eaten mess. How could provision of such a range leave you feeling in need of redress? You were given choice and you blew it. To pick the best was clearly your aim. If failure is of your own making, then you have nobody else to blame. To maximise our experience, we research and review to excess, but expectations are so built up, indifference rules nonetheless. It seems it was all so much better before our world was categorised. We still have the opportunity to find ourselves pleasantly surprised. Let's all embrace spontaneity. It may give cause for celebration, perhaps a secret to happiness. is to lower our expectations. So when tourists spy a queue that's snaked out from an unremarkable shop, curiosity piques so much so that it brings them to an unplanned stop. This must be something special, they say. What on earth could be the attraction? They're in, they're out. No need to do more than complete a simple transaction. Retasting their childhood memories, they bask in that glow of nostalgia where the only downside might just be that ice cream brain freeze neuralgia. Hooray for the wonder of JELBERT'S, Cornwall's finest ice cream, I would bet. No one goes away disappointed, their expectations have all been met. For me, their secret of success comes from not producing more lines. Imagine how long that queue would be if we all had to make up our minds.